Music saved my life, and it's still saving my life, and it's just a gift to be able to do what I do. There was a lot of music growing up at home for me.
Let's roll camera. Sounds good.
I moved to Anaheim when I was 3 or 4, and then ended up moving to Diamond Bar, I think in the 1st grade. Diamond Bar was a really creative space with a lot of opportunities. Like, I started band and orchestra and sports, show choir, dance, and church, and Korean club. My parents introduced me to like K-pop and K-dramas, and that's when I was like, I want to know more. I want to try on that type of fashion and makeup and music. And I think as a young teenager, that's when you really grasp onto your roots through arts and entertainment. Growing up, I had both my grandfathers at home since I could remember. So I love that I got to learn real traditions and mannerisms and just how to talk formally, informally. And then also because my parents are Korean immigrants and I'm the first generation of my family, I realized they were so busy trying to figure out how to be American, but I think the best part is that we all have both sides. I lost my mom at 12, and losing anybody, let alone just somebody so important at that age, it triggers this emptiness and hunger that you want to really, really grab and fill, and nothing was really working until I started singing. It was sophomore year, 1st semester, and I was auditioning for a local talent show in LA. And I remember finishing the audition and the judges asking me, oh wait, how old are you? And I was like, 15. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry, this is for like 16 and over. And I was devastated. And I was walking off and going to the bathroom, and there it happened, were a bunch of other scouts from different labels. And then right then and there, I saw SM's card, and I was like, oh my God, this is where my blueprint is. And I definitely was set on going to SM right then and there. It was a whirlwind 3 weeks. I got the call on Monday that she's going to be here, the scout from SM, and she was like, can I tape your audition and take it to Korea? And we shot the audition, and I got an okay by the end of the week. When I told my dad, he was so against it, especially because I had just lost my mother 3 years before that. And I think he thought I was just rebelling. If I think about it, no, I would not let my 15-year-old daughter leave on just a whim. I gave him this proposal and the reason why this is my calling, and that he should be proud that his 15-year-old daughter is becoming an independent woman and making her own life. My mind was set, my heart was set. I remember when I landed in Korea, I was excited, confused, and it felt magical all at the same time. Like, I'm at this place with all these magical people who want to do the same thing as me. I thought that I was so Korean when I was in America, and then when I was in Korea, I'm like too American, but I think that's a universally common story everybody deals with.
She's talked to me about this before, about being over there, and like, yes, she is Korean, but she's Korean American. And being Korean, you have a whole different set of, normalities and social norms that she wasn't quite accustomed to, so she always felt like different.
That struggle went away the moment I wanted to learn, and I was craving to learn the roots of where I come from and what my parents experienced growing up. My Girls' Generation bandmates were all around the same age. That energy put together and combined was even something more magical, and I'm like so thankful that that's what Girls' Generation was all about. It was strong girls coming together and empowering one another to perform at their best and be the best. My favorite memories from Girls' Generation, I think it's the simple moments, the sisterhood, the moments we'd like sleep in or being in the dance studios together late nights and just talking about what we hope to do with this next song, or just kind of daydream about the next project at home. It wasn't a secret. I've always wanted to be a solo artist. It was a time where my Girls' Generation bandmates, we were at a fork in the road. It wasn't about what's best for our careers. It was, what do we want as human beings? For me, I remember I was like, I want to go back home. I want to study acting. I want to be a songwriter, and I want to tell these stories. And they're like, we absolutely support. We've had 15 long years together total. So the sisterhood is something that I hold very closely and is my favorite memory. I can't choose a favorite memory, I guess. All the simple, silly moments we've had together.
I couldn't leave you right now.
It really is about this journey of wanting to continuously challenge myself, but challenge for the better and change. Everybody around me have just been so empowering, and the sessions have been therapeutic. It's been like the first thing we do when we get into the studio. It's like, what's been going on in your life? It's all about healing and mental wellness and good vibes, and I think it's showing up in the music.
We've created a safe space for her. We were able to get to that point where, like, whoa, we have something amazing now. We have her story.
It's just always fascinating, her telling her stories and just her being a strong, powerful woman and navigating life, even though she's had very unique experiences.
I think the level of trust and support has inspired me and empowered me to take it up a notch. Girls' Generation, the experience and the platform it's created, it's inspired me to want to now inspire young women and men from all around the world to use their voices and come together and be okay with sharing everything.
She definitely wanted to create something impactful, something that showed forward-thinking, culturally forward-moving, definitely fashion-oriented.
Fashion is such a form of protection for me because of scoliosis. When I found out about scoliosis, I was like, I'm not gonna let this stop me. People are like, she knows everything about fashion, but it was actually a form of protection and is for so many people to kind of empower and embrace every bone in you. It's not just about me looking fabulous and being on stage, but taking the experiences and the platform that has been created right now and really, really take it further. Whether it's about sharing stories of pain and heartbreak and rage, or just talking about it, having a good time. I wanted to bring all my favorite parts, the best parts of pop and K-pop together. I think that's what my sound is. Of course, it's like, oh, I want to try something different, but it goes above and beyond me. I hope I'll be able to look down 10 years, 20 years down the road and be proud of everything I created, everything I believed in and what it stood for, and that it inspires. I hope that that's like the most clear thing to me as I am starting this music journey. Yeah, become a diva in the best way.